Hi, Dr. Phil. My name is Mary Jo Roldan. I am a 48-year-old single mom. I have 3 beautiful children. I'm the oldest of 4 children, with my next sibling being a year and a half younger than me. His name is Michael. He lives in Georgia, and he is married with twin sons who are 18. I have a brother, Ed. He lives in the same town as me. Actually, he's in North Springfield, Vermont. I'm in Springfield, Vermont. He is married. He has a stepson and a beautiful daughter. And I have a sister, Kiki. She lives in Springfield, about 5 minutes away from me. She is married with a beautiful stepson and a beautiful daughter. What I'm trying to accomplish today is having to do with my brother, Michael. I have never been able to meet my twin nephews. Neither have my children, my sister's children, or my brother's children. My sister is the only one who has met them, and that was very long ago. My mother and father have also met them. However, my brother Ed and I have never been allowed to. This has been bothering me for a long time. My parents have only seen them a few times, and my sister-in-law is at the center of all these problems. She's very controlling. She has made my brother work 2 jobs. She has her mother living with them at home, and she does not allow them to answer the phone. They were born with micro eyes. She's treated them as different people. When my mother went to help for a week when they were born, my mom caught a cold coming from Vermont to Florida, where they lived at the time, and the children ended up with rotavirus, and my sister-in-law accused my mother of trying to kill her children. That was after my twin nephews were born with micro eyes, and my sister-in-law immediately called my parents to find out who in our family had eye issues, because it certainly couldn't have come from her family. Only to find out a little later on that she had been in contact with someone who had German measles, and that her immunization did not take hold, and so it was actually her that caused my nephews to have micro eyes. The boys really want to be able to go out on their own. I know one of them wanted to go to Boston or New York to college, and they're not allowed to do that. They have now moved back to Florida, and they will be going to a community college there together at the same college, and their mother has decided to go back to school to be a nurse. My last conversation with my brother on the phone was, I asked him, I told him actually that he really needed to get his sons up here. My parents are 77 and 82. My dad has a hard time walking now. He almost lost his feet this past summer due to diabetes and PVD. And my brother's last comment to me was, well, the boys won't be coming to Vermont anytime soon. This caused a problem when he came to visit Vermont in July, because I was very hurt by that comment, and every time I look at him I have to think that I have twin nephews, but I like to think that I don't, because then I hurt less. A little bit more about my story to go into detail is my sister-in-law, I don't know what her issues are, but it's not just with our family. From what I understand, her maid of honor was unable to see the twins until they were 1 years old. And then her mother lives with them in their house, has forever, and has moved with them from Florida to Georgia, now back to Florida. She has not helped her daughter to understand that what she's doing is wrong, that they should be able to meet their family. I understand that my sister-in-law is an only child, but there's no sense in them not having family. We're a very caring family. We're very close up here. And it's something my daughter actually wrote to the show also. I knew that she wouldn't really know how to express all of her feelings, so I wrote also, and I'm very glad that you contacted me. My sister-in-law is so controlling that as the boys were growing, they've never really gotten attached to their father because my brother was always working 2 jobs so that my sister-in-law could stay home. My sister-in-law always went on vacations and left my brother at home. She took her mom, and my brother just has dealt with this as well as he can. I wish he would just get the nerve up to tell her how he really feels. We see him about once every year or 2. I've always tried to see him. I've never held my children back from him. I've never spoken badly about him. But now my children are going to be 17, 18, and 20 this year, and they understand what's going on. My parents, they really want all the kids in the family to meet the twins. In 2003, my parents paid over $5,000 to go to Disney for Christmas break. They brought my brother, his wife, and their 2 kids, my sister who was not married at the time, my mother went, and my 3 children. I couldn't go. I had major surgery the week before Thanksgiving. When they got to Disney, they contacted my brother. He already knew they were coming. And when they were asked if they could see the kids, my sister-in-law found a way not to let them see them by saying that the whole family probably brought the flu bug down with them from the plane from Vermont to Florida, and so they were not allowed to see them. And that really broke my mother's heart. That was the one thing that she really wanted. She wanted the family to meet each other. I can't explain to you in the 18 years how I felt. What I'd like to accomplish is I'd like to find out what my sister-in-law's reasoning is for not allowing the boys to see us. If she doesn't like me, that I understand. However, she's punishing my children. My daughter went to Pace University for the 2011-2012 school year, and one of my nephews was to be going to New York City with his high school band to play, and she really, really wanted to meet him. And she tried to ask my brother where they would be, what the schedule would be. She got no answer. So I knew what school they went to, and I called the band director, and I asked him for the itinerary. And I explained to him that my daughter just wanted to meet her cousin, and he responded by saying, he gave me the itinerary, and then he responded by saying, well, doesn't your sister-in-law work in the school? And she does. She works in special ed. Unfortunately, he contacted her, and I told him that I didn't think I'd be able to get in contact with them in time. I didn't want to go into all the details because I knew my brother would not tell us the itinerary, if he even knew, because his wife keeps a lot from him, and I knew she would not allow it. Well, the band director contacted my sister-in-law. My sister-in-law contacted my brother. My brother contacted me and told me I was never to call him again. And I'm in Vermont. I had no money. I'm not working. I had no money to go to New York City as badly as I wanted to meet my nephew. But I did want my daughter to be there. When my brother contacted me, he yelled at me that I was out of my place, which I probably was, but I was thinking of my daughter. He told me never to call him again, and because I had done that, my nephew was not going to be allowed to go to New York City. I feel that there's something wrong with my sister-in-law, and I'm not trying to be mean to her, but this has been going on for 18 years. Actually, it started before that, but I'll continue with the rest of the story. Going forward, as I said, my brother is now living in an apartment in Georgia because his wife has now relocated the children back to Florida where they have a home. Even though my brother's job is in Georgia, he hopes to get transferred. They have enrolled in a community college. I'm sure they had no say in where they went. And furthermore, my sister-in-law has decided to go back to school to be a nurse. Funny thing is, she's going to the same college as her boys. From what I'm understanding, they are not legally blind. They can have a surgery for their eyes, and they should be okay. She cannot let go. She will not let go. And I'm saying that she doesn't like me because I'm the oldest in the family. Michael is the second. He's a year and a half younger. I was due to get married in August of 1993, and they made their wedding to be, I believe, in October of 93. I was engaged and I got pregnant. My daughter was due August 24th of 1993. So I postponed my wedding. I didn't feel that I needed to get married until after she was born. When my sister-in-law found out that I was pregnant, she was not happy. I believe that she really wanted to give my parents their first biological grandchild. So she moved her wedding from October up to July. It was around July 20th, and I was 8 months pregnant, gestational diabetic, and I was insulin dependent. And of course it was right in the middle of the summer. So we flew down as a family. When we got there, everyone else was allowed to be in the wedding but myself. She told me I was too big because I was pregnant. I don't understand. I'd like her to tell me why she doesn't like me. But I don't feel that I'm being pegged because my brother has not been able to see the kids, my sister-in-law, my niece, my sister is married now. She has a 5, almost 6-year-old and a husband. No one's been able to meet them. My parents are 77 and 82 years old. They're not getting any younger. My dad can't travel. He can't stand his feet for long, and I'm really concerned about that. I would really, really appreciate your help getting the family to be able to meet our nephews. I don't think they realize at 18 that they are allowed to do what they want to do now. They can make their own decisions. They just don't know that. And my brother, I don't know if he's afraid or if he really wants the boys to love him, because I remember him making a comment that the boys don't really know him as well. I needed my sister-in-law to understand what she's done to that relationship with my brother and his sons, what she's done to hurt our family, and how patient we've been, and we love them. But honestly, Dr. Phil, I have to tell myself I don't have twin nephews, because otherwise I will cry all the time. And I was very mean in July. Not mean, but I did not go and spend time with my brother. That hurt him very badly. I will call and let him know why. But if I see him, I think of my nephews, and then I think of my kids and their feelings. And my oldest daughter, who will be 20, is a very strong-willed person, and she was so upset she did write to your show, and that's what prompted me to write also. So I'm hoping that you can help me. I'm begging you. I want my parents to see him at least one more time before they totally can't travel. I want my nephews to see me, understand that I'm not a bad person. I actually got to speak to one nephew on the phone, and that's only because my sister-in-law did not get to the phone before he did. She was not happy, but I was very happy. I got to talk to him about colleges and stuff. I have a YouTube of one of my nephews when he was a play in his school in Cumming, Georgia. Again, thank you for writing me back. I hope this is something that you will consider. It is hurting a whole family, as the whole family is up here in Vermont, except for my brother Mike, who is in Georgia and is going to be relocating back to Florida. And he's been in the Georgia-Florida area since 1988. So we need closure. I need closure. so that I can talk to my brother and not feel hurt, and feel like I have family. I don't always feel that way right now. I'm very different than my family, and I think my brother is one of the only people that would understand me. So yeah, thank you again. I really hope I get to see you, and thank you for listening anyway. Thanks, from the Roldans.